Hello, welcome to this Shopify training video. In this video, I'm going to walk through the backend of the Shopify store. It's going to be, probably 30 to 40 minutes long. I'm going to have more specific videos covering, specific topics in the backend of the Shopify admin panel eventually. And those will be up on the YouTube channel. And we're also going to have playlists. So for example, a playlist about all the products and all the options that are possible. Same thing with pages, navigation, the themes themselves, etc. So in order to access your Shopify admin panel backend, you want to type in your .myshopify.com URL into the web browser, then type /admin at the end. Then you'll get to a page like this. You'll enter your email and your password and click login. Alright, and then when you get to the back end here, you'll see we have like a home feed. It's sort of like a Facebook feed in a sense, but just for Shopify. Nothing really to pay attention to in my opinion. I typically tell my clients at least that you want to look at the top right here. This is where the numbers are for the day. That's the most important part. In this video, I'm going to cover all the way from home to settings. It'll be a very general walkthrough, like I said. So let's get started. The first tab here is orders. So in this orders tab here, this is where the list of the orders will be for the day or for the entire existence of the store. So it'll be a list. You'll have the order ID, the name, the fulfillment status, and then the price of the order. You click into the order ID, it'll show the details of the order, and it's a pretty general breakdown of everything. So it has like the shipping and billing address and all that jazz, but we don't have any test orders on this test store. So yeah, you won't be able to see anything. Next is drafts. So in the drafts area here, this is where you create custom orders and invoices. So let's say for example you're selling hoodies and you have a store contact you and it's like, hey, I want to purchase 20 hoodies from you. This is where you can kind of create a custom invoice for them and give them like a wholesale discount or whatnot. So you click create order, search for the product, a hoodie. So let's say they want to order this one. You'll see that we have the products added here now. Let's say they want to order 15 in total. Then you'll see the total updated. Let's say you want to give them a discount of 25%, and the reason for that is wholesale. Apply. Then notice the discount has been added. Then what you could do is you can click email invoice. You could simply email the invoice over to the customer. That's simple. So yeah, go back to drafts. You'll see now we have a draft invoice. So this little area here looks exactly like the orders tab. So it'll have the order ID here, the date, the customer's name, the status, and then the total, like I said. And then when you click into it, you get a very similar page to this. On the right side here, you'll have their billing and shipping address, and then a risk analysis, and then the history of the customer, which is like right here, which you can see here, the timeline. Pretty cool. Next tab is abandoned checkouts. So this tab pretty much means when someone adds a product to the cart or makes it to checkout and doesn't actually purchase and leaves it to the website, it's considered an abandoned checkout. And they show up here. It's pretty much a list, just like on drafts and orders, of all the abandoned checkouts. What I typically tell the clients is that you should definitely email them and or give them a call and kind of be like, hey, why didn't you place your order? Like, what's going on? Anything we can help you with? And hopefully you can recover those orders and turn them into paying customers. On the back end of Shopify, you actually can, in this checkouts area, you can actually add a setting to automatically email abandoned customers within an hour of them abandoning. If you wanted, I would definitely recommend it. So next tab is products. So you do see we do have some products here. If you want to edit a product, you click into the product title, and then it takes you to the product details page. So in this area, you'll see the product title, the description, the images, pricing with variants. You also on the right side here, you have product type, vendor, collection, tags. What I typically tell most people, if you just want to make things as basic as possible and simple as possible, just fill out the title, the description, the images, and the price. If you do have variants, obviously add those like small, medium, large, or different colors like red, purple, green, blue. And then if you are tracking inventory, then you can make changes to the stock levels here. Product type, I typically tell people don't worry about this. Don't worry about vendor as well. The product type is typically used for filters. So if you have a filter system built into the collections page where it's, you can sort by type, then you could have shirts, hoodies, leggings, and then you click, hoodies, and only hoodies would show up. So it's pretty much more for more advanced stores, I would say. Vendor, it's used if you're selling, I guess, brands that people would actually recognize. So if you're selling like Lululemon and Gucci and Prada and all that stuff, then you put those there. But most people aren't going to use that. So collections, if you want to add a product to a collection, you can just click here. And then right now it's already in the hoodies collection, but pretty much you would go like this, click it, and now it's in the hoodies collection. It's that simple. The tag system, again, is used for both filtering and it's also used for sorting of products into collections as well. So when we get to the collections tab, I'll come back to here and show you what that's about. You could add images to the variants. So for example, small, like that. It's that simple. And then when someone selects a small on the product page, it'll go to that picture. Medium, it'll go to that picture. Large, it'll go to that picture. Let's go to an actual product now with color variants. So let's see the scuba hoodie here has different colors. So as you can see, there's different colors and different inventory levels. So for example, for the small ones, let's say you have 5 for that one, you have 6 of that one, 7 of that one, 3 of that one. For medium, you have 8 of those, yada yada. Let's say for medium products, the price is $155. So you change the price for the variant. Same thing, you can also drag the images around and sort them however you like. Let's click add a product in the top right corner. I'm gonna show you how to add a product to the website. So for example, you like this hoodie, this is an awesome hoodie. And then let's upload some images. We want the blue one to go first. And we notice that there are different colors here. So let's say the price of this product is $50. Let's do a compare price, $75. So what this means is the compare price means it used to be $75 and it's now $50. So when we get to the actual product page, it'll show it $75 scratched out and the price will be $50. Now if you go down to here, you can add variants. Small, put a comma. So when you type in the variants, make sure you put a comma at the end and that it selects it. Another thing you can do is click outside after you typed in and it selects it. So red, blue, green, purple. All right, awesome. So let's say the small ones are all $50. Let's say the medium sized ones are $60. And let's say the large ones are $75. So you can see we just changed the price of all the variants based on the size of them. Let's click save. Great. Now let's put it into the hoodies collection. It's like that. And then let's say color red. Let's see. Click red there. The blue ones. The green one. And then we can go on and on and on, obviously. But we'll click save now. Let's click view and see what happened. All right, so you'll see how the compare price is $75 and it's scratched out and you have the $50. And then here's the product description, the product price, or the product title, sorry. And then here's the variants, small, medium, large. You'll see as we make selections to different sizes, the price changes. That's because we set that up in the back end. And we see here you have the red color, blue, green, and we didn't set up purple, but you get the gist. So let's go to there. So that's pretty much how you do that. Let's say we're here and you're like, oh, there's no inventory anywhere. What do I do? What you do is you click select all variants, edit variants. Then when you get here, this is the bulk editor area. You click add fields. For inventory, you do inventory tracking. And you'll see right now it says don't track inventory. What you'll do is you'll click on this and then you'll make a Shopify tracks as products inventory. And a quick way to make changes to this is you highlight it like that, press S. Press S on the keyboard and there's no drop down needed, it's nice and quick. Save. Alright, let's go back to the hoodie. And now we see our inventory levels. So this, where do you do it? Make changes to all of them. Save. It's that simple. Same thing with SKUs. You also have some website SEO stuff down here, so you can change the page title for the hoodie. So black hoodies, then this is an awesome hoodie. You can do these are high quality hoodies, etc. And you can also change the URL. So if you wanted to rank on Google for black dash hoodies, then you just do that. Save. Next tab is transfers. I wouldn't really worry about the transfers tab. We've worked with some very large stores and they don't even use these, so I don't think there's anything that's really needed at the moment. So maybe if you're in the tens of millions, but yeah, so just ignore it. Next tab is inventory. So this is where you do the stock levels for all your products. So as you can see, it has all the products and their variants here. You could add and set. If you want to set the stock level to 5, if you wanted to, let's say we set it to 5. Let's say you wanted to add 7, make it 12 in total. So that's how you do that. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory for the most part. Next is collections. So collections are pretty much categories or a group of products in a sense. So we have 3 collections here. We have hoodies, bestsellers, and leggings. So you'll see here we have the title for the collections. We also have something called product conditions. So product conditions pretty much means how does a product get added into the collection. So for example, with the hoodies, it's blank. For the bestsellers, product price is greater than 0. And for the leggings, product tag is equal to leggings. So let's go into hoodies real quick. Product conditions was blank, just had a line, which means you have to manually add the products. So how you do that is by right here in this little area, it says products, and you click add products, and then you just double click, and they get added. Simple as that. You can also remove the products by just clicking X. Another way you can remove them is just by unticking them. And then you'll see it updates. And then for the collections, you can have a title, description, and then you can have a collection image, and you can also edit the website SEO here. So the page title, description, and the URL handle. You'll notice on the bestsellers collection, product price is greater than 0. What that means is pretty much any product that has a price higher than $0 is going to be auto added to this collection. So because all these products have a price of greater than 0, they're added automatically. You also notice there's a sort here. By default, collections sort by best selling. If you want to manually set them, click manual, and then you can just drag and drop the products in order that you want. That's simple. For the leggings collection, you see that it says product tag is equal to leggings. If we click into the product collection area, you'll see that the condition is right here. Product tag is equal to leggings. So these two products have tags for leggings, and I'll show you. So back on the products page here, you'll see here in the tags area, there's something called leggings. So that's how you add products to the leggings collection, is by tagging them with leggings, and they automatically show up here. So let's create a collection as an example. Let's click create collection. Let's call it just call it pants. And then you have conditions here. You can either manually select the products, or you can do automatic. If you're going to do automatic, I recommend going product tag is equal to, and then make the tag equal to the title of the collection. So for this one, it'd be pants. Click save. Let's go back to all products. And let's go to this hoodies product. You'll see right now it's only added into the best sellers because all the prices are greater than 0. The tags section, we'll add pants. We'll click save. And now you'll see that the product is added as the pants. If you want to remove it from the collection, click X, click save. Simple as that. Now it's gone. That's how you set up collections. It's a little bit confusing to start, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. Like I said, I think in my opinion, and what I tell my clients is either do product tag is equal to collection title, or just do manual. Yep. Next is gift cards. In order to sell gift cards, you have to be on the medium plan or the advanced plan. These 3 icons and these little sentences here pretty much describe it pretty well. Pretty much someone could buy a gift card with credit on it in a sense, which is a code that they can use during checkout that has credit. So for example, if someone purchases a $50 gift card, then they get issued a unique code that has $50 worth of credit for your website. And they could use that during checkout. And the code gets instantly emailed to the customer. So it's definitely worth using and worth promoting, but you have to be on the the more advanced plan or the medium Shopify plan. Next is customers. So here is the customers list area. If someone signs up to your newsletter, makes an account on your website, or makes a purchase, they go into the customers list here. There's not much use for it through Shopify's backend, but what you can do is you can export this customers list into a CSV file and then import it into something like MailChimp or Constant Contact and do email marketing. So that's what I recommend everyone do. Analytics, pretty much just numbers, so graphs, numbers. Not really going to go too in detail with this stuff. You can change the ranges here. So yeah. Same thing with reports, another thing, just a bunch of graphs. And then a new thing they just added recently is live view. So you can see people visiting your website live, where in the world they're located, stuff like that. It's pretty sweet. Yeah. Next is discounts. This is where you create discount codes. Now we do get a lot of questions about this, so click create discount. What I typically tell my clients is if you're going to make a discount code, and if you're trying to promote on social media like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, make the discount code specific to that social media platform just so you know where the traffic's coming from. So for example, let's say you're doing a 10% off sale on Facebook. Start off the discount code with FB, which is abbreviations for Facebook. If you're going to do Instagram, do IG. If you're going to do Twitter, do TW. So for example, if we're going to do a Facebook 10% discount code, do FB10. And this is the code you'll give to the customer that they'll enter during checkout to get the 10% discount. So now we're at the options here. You have discount type, you have percentage discount, fixed amount, or free shipping. Let's do percentage discount of 10%. Now let's say that this discount code requires a minimum order of $100. You'll notice as I make these changes in the top right corner here, there's a summary that shows you the details of the discount code. Now applies to, you can do entire order, selected collections, or selected products. Typically, just do entire order, just to make it simple. Customer legibility, same thing, just make it everyone. You can select different people. The way you do that is in the customers list, you can actually tag customers with whatever tags you want. So for example, you could have like VIP, and then you would select all the customers with VIP. With usage limits, same thing. You can limit the number of times this discount code can be used in total, or you can limit it once per customer. A lot of people do use limit to one use per customer, but it's pretty easy to get around because you only track it by customers' emails, so kind of not very good security, I guess you could say. And then you have to activate and the end date. You don't need to do this, so if you just untick this stuff and just leave it as that, it'll activate right away. And then when you click save, oops, that's where legibility is everyone. Now we click save. Discount codes have been made. You can get a shareable link, and this is a new feature they added. So what happens pretty much is if you advertise with this link, the discount code is automatically applied to the checkout. So the customer does not need to add the discount code into the checkout discount code area. So it's pretty convenient. It just, it's a smoother process for the client or customer to purchase their products. Go back to discounts now. And this is where you can sell your discount codes. So the code is FB10, kind of has like a brief description. Status active, amount of times it's been used, the start date, end date if you have that set up. So yeah, if you click select all discount codes, you can disable it. And you can also delete it. Next is apps. So from here, this is where you make changes to the apps and install apps. So pretty much what you do is click visit Shopify App Store, and then you would look around for the apps you want to use. So let's say you want to use a Burlo. Click there, you would click get, and then you would click install app, and then it's simply installed on your website. Some apps do require more in-depth scripts or code to be installed into the theme to be active and usable. Most apps these days are pretty automatic, so yeah. Sales channels here. So the sales channels is pretty much other avenues that you could sell on besides Shopify, and they all link to the Shopify site. So for example, you can sell on Amazon. You can get a buy button that you can install on like a WordPress site or a blog or whatnot. BuzzFeed, eBay, Facebook, House, Kick, Messenger, US system here, Pinterest, Wish, etc. All you do is click add and then follow the steps. It's pretty 1, 2, 3. Doesn't take a lot of time to set up. So yeah. Next is online store. So this is where you see your theme and where you can make changes. So for example, if you want to make changes to the themes, layout, and stuff like that, you click customize. And then from here, you can make changes to the theme. So you have sections. Most up-to-date themes have sections, which pretty much go in order of how it's split on the website. For example, the headers up here, it's Turbo Shopify theme. This is the slideshow area, which would be right there. Talk about your brand right there. You can see as I click on certain areas, it moves to that part of the website. Won't go too in depth because that's a whole nother video. We'd be there forever. Next is blog posts. If you want to create a blog post, you click create blog post. And then you have the title, the content, excerpt, featured image. Make sure it's visible. By default, it's hidden. So make sure it's visible. And then what you can do is you can change the author and you can change what it is. So you can do news, or let's say it is guide, right? You can change the blog type. So it's a guide in the guide area. You'll see there is the text options here, so you can bold the text, italic, underline, alignment, different colors. This is the link button right here. So if you highlight text, you can link it. Let's say you want to link it to go to Google. Insert link. And now whenever you click the link here, it'll automatically go to Google. Click insert image. Close that. You can change the sizes there. And now you see it's in the page. Also insert videos if you have the iframe embed code. And you can also show HTML by clicking this button. Yeah. Next is pages. So the page area here, this is where the pages for your website are. So for example, most websites have like an about us, the contact us, FAQ, and then obviously the return policy, privacy policy, terms of service. So if you want to edit a page, you click into the page title, and it takes you to the page details area. So you'll see the page title, the content of it, and then the website SEO stuff. But yeah, if you want to edit it, all you have to do is click into here, and you can start typing away. Delete stuff. Then you can show the HTML. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Back to pages. If you want to add a page, click add page. Then FAQ, let's say for example, and you can start typing your content for the page into there. Then make sure you click save. Next is navigation. So for the navigation, by default, you have a main menu and a footer menu. The main menu is obviously the top of the website, the main area. And then the footer menu is at the bottom of the website. So typically the footer menu is down here. If you want to make changes to, let's say, the footer menu. Let's say you want to add an FAQ page to the footer menu. Click the title here. And then you click add menu item. And there's two ways you can do this. You can click into link and you can type in FAQ if you've made the page, which I have. And then just click, and then the name is auto selected. Or another way you can do this is click add menu item. Click here, and then you can browse. You can browse collections, products, pages, or blog. Well, we know FAQ is a page, so we'll click pages. Oh, here's the FAQ. So click that. Click add. Let's say you want to have the FAQ at the top of the footer menu. Drag it up. Save. And when we go back and refresh, the FAQ is in the footer menu. Simple as that. If you want to remove it, just hit the trash can right here. Remove. And then click save. And now it's gone. Simple as that. Let's go back. And the same thing with the main menu. Make changes to all this stuff as well. I can drag things around. Let's say you want to change the name of About Us. You want to make it About. You would click Edit. And all you would do is just remove the Us. Changes. Click Save. And then right now it says About Us. When we refresh, it's only About now. You'll notice the shop has a drop down here. None of the other menu items have that. To make a drop down, let's see, for example, right here in the main menu we have shop. So in order to make a drop down, you have to click add menu. And then you have to name it the exact name of the menu item in the main menu. So what I mean by that is if you go to the main menu here, let's say we wanted to make a drop down for about actually. So we see that about is spelled about, A-B-O-U-T. Let's go back here real quick because I know we're going to have an issue real quick. Let's change that back to About Us. Just for the sake of this example. So About Us is the main menu item. We're going to create a drop down for it. So what you would do is you'll see how it's spelled. So About Us. You'll click add menu item. In the title here, you'd spell it exactly how it's spelt in the main menu. And then you click add menu item. And then just for the sake of showing an example, let's add 2 random menu items just to showcase it. Click save. Refresh. Now there's the drop down menu for About Us. Close that. If you don't want it anymore, click delete menu. Refresh. And there you go, it's gone. So that's one of the more harder things to teach people. I did slightly maybe confuse it a bit because I actually changed About Us to About, but because of the handles and stuff like that, it's, yeah, never mind. It's all good. Next is domains. You can't really click on domains right now because you need a Shopify plan to do that. But there are plenty of guides on the Shopify help area to walk you through step by step on how to do the domains. This is preferences. So preferences here, the homepage title, homepage meta description, Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, and the password. One of the things you need to really worry about is these 4 boxes right here. So you definitely should have Google Analytics and a Facebook Pixel, and then obviously you need to have this for, well, the search engines. You can click how do I set this up, and there's guides on how to set up the Google Analytics and the Facebook Pixel. Also, if you don't want to go live and you don't want people accessing your website, you can click enable password page, then click save, and then it'll take the user to a password page and they can't access your website. People with the password still can. So for example, you hit enter store using password, and we know the password is test. Type in test to click enter, and now we're here. Then you can also disable it. Simple as that. That's pretty much it. In the settings here, so these are the settings for the store. It's nothing to do with pages or anything like that, or the product itself, more so just general stuff. So I'll walk you through those. General settings, the store details. So we have the store name, the account email, the customer email, and then the store address and the standard formats. So this is pretty important. So store details, obviously you want it to be accurate. The account email, so this email is, I guess, the owner's email in a sense. The customer email is like the customer service email. So the customer service email would be right here, you didn't put it, and it's pretty much for like the contact us and stuff like that. Store address, you do want it to be accurate because this is how it calculates your taxes that you charge customers and stuff like that. Standards and formats, you want to make sure you're in the right currency, unit, system, time zone, just for ease of use, especially in the orders page, because it does show the time the order was placed and stuff like that. So if it's not in the correct time zone that you're in, you might be a little bit confused. Payments here. So the payments area, this is how you set up how you get paid, so how customers pay you. Now, what I recommend is for credit cards, definitely go with Stripe, powered by Shopify payments powered by Stripe, definitely your best bet. For PayPal, would definitely recommend PayPal Express checkout, and then I also recommend having Amazon Pay. Alternate payments, don't worry about this stuff. Manual payments, don't worry about that. Payment authorization, don't worry about that either. The payment stuff, literally you click in, you click activate, and then you'd have to log in and go through all the information. So we're not going to do that now. Checkout, so this is where you customize the checkout process. Pretty much the only place to actually edit the checkout area is right here, in this area here. So for example, you could say, do you want to have customers accounts? So do you want people to be able to register on your website? You can make accounts optional, required, or disabled. I personally recommend having accounts optional, because if people do make accounts on our website, it kind of creates a loyalty. I find it's important. Customer contact, primary contact method. I would just do either phone, so leave that default. Form information. So I typically require the first and last name just for fraud purposes. So people, um, you know, make a mistake, or sometimes people will be like, hey, I didn't get my order, and then they tell you the real name, but they used a different name when they checked out. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. So it's good that that required. Company name, I would keep that optional. Shipping address, phone number, I would definitely keep that required. Actually, I wouldn't have it hidden. You want to have their phone number just in case anything happens. Leave this default. For the order processing, this is where the banded checkout is. So by default, it's never. I recommend having it at 1 hour later. And then by default, customers agree to receive promotional emails. Definitely check that. And then everything else is just random stuff. If you don't have a refund policy, privacy policy in terms of service, then this is where you can generate them. So when you click generate, they show up. Just because you hit generate doesn't mean that these policies are going to show anywhere. So you actually have to copy and paste these into a page. So for example, the refund policy, select all copy, then you would go to pages, and then you would click add page, and then you would click refund policy, and then you would paste that into there. And then you have to go to navigation because you have to actually put it somewhere. Then you go to footer menu, and then you go add menu item, say there, go pages, refund policy, add, save menu, fresh, and now the refund policy is in the footer and it has all the details. And then you do the same thing with the privacy in terms of service, but I've already added those into the footer, as you can see. Next is shipping. So this is where it's extremely complicated, in my opinion at least, because there's a lot of different ways to ship. Personally, what I recommend, well, we'll get there in a second. So when you get to the shipping area, you have the shipping zones. So you have United States shipping, and then you have the rest of the world. If you want to edit the United States shipping, you click edit. And from here, you have some default stuff that's automatically just plugged in just by default. I don't recommend going weight-based unless you're selling a wide range of products where you have very light and small products to very heavy and big products. Then I would go weight-based. If your products are all very similar in weight, I would recommend going price-based. And for example, put in standard shipping. And then for the range minimum order price, I would put 0 to $99. And then you can do free, or you can do, for example, I like to do $10. And then, so for all orders from $0 to $99, the shipping is $10 in the United States. Let's say you want to offer free shipping. On all orders over $100, like that. So pretty much now what happens is for all orders between $0 and $99, it's $10 for shipping. And then for $100 and above, it's free shipping. And what I typically tell people is that shipping is a wash. So on some orders you're going to make money and some orders you're going to lose money. But in the end, it's, you break out even, or you might lose a little bit of money, but it's really not a big deal until you really want to optimize your shipping. But it's not the most important thing when you're first focusing on your business. So, yep. The other shipping area is the rest of the world. So this is the shipping settings for pretty much international, so Canada and the rest of the world. So same thing, you can go weight based, you can go price based, click add countries. You can see all the countries that you can select and make shipping options for. But by default, it just has the rest of the world, and then it has a shipping of $20. So mess around with that if you want. Next is taxes. So taxes are automatically calculated based off of the information you input in the settings general area where the store details are. So based on that address, that's where it'll automatically calculate taxes for you. So right now, rest of the world, you're at 0% because you don't charge taxes to people that are in different countries. For the United States, because we had a California address inputted, you'll see that there actually is a tax automatically calculated. It is 100% accurate. You don't need to make changes to it. But I'm not a lawyer or an accountant or whatever, so yeah. Next is gift cards. These are pretty much your settings for the gift card stuff. Yeah, click on that if you want. Notifications. So these are all the email notifications that you send out. For example, the order ones here, the shipping ones here, customer ones here, and then some templates. So for example, if you want to edit, let's say the order confirmation, you click into the name here, and you'll see everything is done in HTML. So if you don't know HTML, I would recommend not playing with this stuff because you can't make backups. So you'd kind of be, messing things up pretty badly. So I wouldn't recommend editing anything unless you know what you're doing. So yeah, you can click preview to see the current emails. The layout. I think personally that the current layout's fine. It's something that you definitely should optimize later on, but it's not on the priority list, I would say. So next is files. So in the files section here, this is where you can upload images, videos, actual Word documents or PDFs or whatever you want, and get an actual URL that you could use for, HTML coding, and stuff like that. So all you do is click upload file, select an image, and then there you go. You have the URL. Sales channels. So that's where you can make changes to the sales channels. I'm not going to go into this. Once you click into it, and there's a bunch of settings and stuff like that. And then finally, we have account. So an account here, this is where you have your billing information, what plan you're on, and then also your staff accounts and account ownership. Where you could also close your store, hire a Shopify expert, or pause your store. So let's say you're the account owner and you want to add a staff member. You click add staff account, and then you enter their first name, their last name, and their email. And by default, the staff account will have full permissions, but if you uncheck this, you could actually select what they're able to see. So for example, if you only want them to be able to see, let's say, the products, that's all you check, and then you click send invite after you've inputted all this, and then they'll get emailed a create a staff account email, and all they have to do is input their password, and then their staff account is made. If you want to choose a Shopify plan, first you need to add your credit card information, and then once you've entered everything, you click confirm, you go back to account, and then you click compare plans. And from here, you'll see the basic plan, the regular Shopify plan, and the advanced Shopify plan. Personally, I recommend the basic Shopify plan for most people. If you do want to sell gift cards and you want the fraud analysis tool and all that stuff, then you need to be on the $300 plan. But if you're just starting out, basic plan works fine. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything. I know it's a very general walkthrough. Like I said, we're going to have more specific videos targeting and digging deeper into certain areas of the Shopify backend, and also stuff that's more on the marketing side, optimization, tips and tricks, stuff like that. That'll all be up on the YouTube channel with playlists for everything. So thank you for your time.